All right, family, this is Munam, a.k.a. Nikki Love, your African traditional healer. And we're waiting for Brother...
And Brother Dinkray.
Brother Dinkray. Over there stuffing his gut, y'all. Look, I just made dinner. We had some baked fish. We had some kale. We had some noodles, right?
Noodles, a lot of butter.
Now, he turned around and eating some Tostitos with some cheese, with some queso. Tell me he ain't greedy, y'all. Yes, he's greedy. Anyway, I had to get on here, and we had to get on here and talk about these hurricanes that's coming through, okay? These hurricanes, let me tell y'all something. First of all, I think they're kind of hyping it up. You hear what I'm saying? They're hyping it up a little too much for my taste, okay? See? Stuff in his face. All right. They got people scared to damn death, okay? Do not fear. Now, I want to say this. Like I told y'all, there was going to be more coming behind it, okay? And we got some more coming behind it, as y'all can see. But they scaring the piss out of people. There's a lot of things in the mix of what's going on. People are running out, spending their money. You know what I mean? People are out doing what they got to do to survive. You know what I mean? So the shelves are empty, you know, of water, of food. People is like really, really scared. But what does that do? Doesn't that raise the economy?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Right. Okay.
Money, 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 money.
Money, 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 money. Y'all remember that song? Okay, now, let me say this. That's not to say, look, Alchemist and Black Moon said doomsday. yeah, they got, and see, that's another thing. They trying to play out that religious, that Bible, the end of times. Armageddon is here. You can't tell the Christians nothing, y'all. Armageddon is here. I can see them right now at the damn bedsides and the altars praying their asses off. God damn it. You know what I mean? It's not funny, y'all, but real talk. I'm going to tell y'all like this. Do not fear, but do prepare. Okay? Now, I want to say that some people are talking about, oh, heart. Oh, somebody sent me something on Facebook today talking about it's 100% heart. Bullshit. It's not 100% heart. And I'm going to tell y'all what Spirit showed me. Okay? Spirit showed me. Go to the site so we can see what the happening. Oh, you said the video's going in and out? Because I don't see it. It looks like it's good. Okay. William G said everything. That's right, William G. Everything ain't heart. Okay? Now, what we got to understand, we do know heart exists. Okay? And we do know that they have a way of manipulating the forces of nature. Like I told y'all before, man is not invincible. They cannot control the forces of nature. All they can do is manipulate her. Now, what Spirit showed me is that when they thought they was doing something below them seas and doing what they do underground with their heart machines, they kind of stirred up a nerve in mother's womb, okay? And when they stirred up that nerve in mother's womb, she said, okay, you want to stir up one nerve? I'm about to bring back 10 nerves. I'm about to show you who's in control, okay? So all of this is not heart. Some of this is energy that, first of all, okay, is part of the transformation, okay? Then you're talking about the eclipse energy. And a lot of people they want to discount that bullshit. Y'all can kiss my natural black behind. Because at the end of the day, we refuse to give credit to nature, and we want to continue to give credit to man. Man don't do every goddamn thing. Man got you so, stripped from nature that you don't know shit about the trees, shit about the earth. You don't give nature no credit. Y'all act like man is running shit down here, and man ain't running a goddamn thing. All he's doing is manipulating it, but he can't control it. Okay? Now, with him playing and manipulating and doing what he did or whatever he thinks he's doing, he's just causing more trauma to her womb. And she's saying, I told you to stop. I warned you, and now you must take heed to my warning. Okay? Which means upon him sticking her in the womb, she's bringing back her wrath. And unfortunately, some of us will have to suffer under this demise of man's doing. You understand? But now we know that their doing will be their very own undoing. Which means, you want to play? This time she ain't playing, y'all. And I told y'all when I did predictions last year, HAARP is watered down African spirituality, nothing new under the sun. Our ancestors was doing this long time ago. Yeah, they were doing it in another form, but they're using their machines with HAARP, you know what I mean? But what we have to understand, family, is we got to realize that we're gonna have to bring the African spirituality back to help stop her womb, you know what I mean? And what that means is, you know, y'all can say what the hell y'all want to say. Y'all can say how you want to say it. But there's spirituality does count in this equation right here. Which means y'all can sit up there and say, don't hug a tree. Y'all can say what the hell y'all want to say. You better hug that tree. You better go praise and pay homage to Shango. You better praise and pay homage to Oya. You better praise homage to Amariaho. Okay? Y'all better get out there and y'all better, fall down to the ground and praise homage to the earth, Zakpakta. Okay? I don't give a goddamn what nobody tell y'all. They want to always run about man and how man is so powerful. Man ain't that goddamn powerful. All they do is continue to corrupt and cause chaos in her womb. So saying that, well, we have to understand, yes, we're not saying don't be physically prepared. But being spiritually prepared is what's going to save your asses, okay? Do not get it confused. Don't get it confused. And I'm so sick of everybody giving credit to man like they're the most goddamn powerful thing. Man ain't goddamn powerful for nothing. All they doing is powerful for destroying and destructing and causing chaos and ripping up this damn earth. That's all they did. What's so funny?
I'm listening to you.
It's not funny.
Yeah, you almost got tongue-tied.
What?
You was like, you was just going.
Yeah, because look, y'all, he got jokes me. Almost got tongue-tied. All I'm saying is that man is responsible for the chaos, the destruction, and y'all better stop giving men all the power. Well, let's put it this way: amongst them giving, what you looking at?
You say man is the cancer of the earth.
That's right. That's true. Man is the cancer of the goddamn earth. But the mother womb is about to clean the cancer out of her goddamn womb. That's what she's doing, the great mother. Right? Y'all, look, I'm getting tongue-tied. Now, what's so funny?
Go ahead.
He's sitting over here laughing at me, ain't saying a goddamn word.
I'm just letting you talk. You talking. Go ahead.
You look here now. Jay, well, shut up. What you laughing at? Anyway, all right, y'all. So y'all can leave your comments if you want to. Y'all tell me what your opinion is. You know, because everybody swears all harping. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell y'all like this. The latest news is everybody from Florida is coming to Georgia. Now, I feel for y'all in Florida, but stay your asses in goddamn Florida because it's coming to Georgia too. Where the hell we gonna go? Y'all got every hotel booked in damn Georgia. Go find a shelter in your area, goddammit. Where we gonna go? You know what I mean? Where we gonna go? Shit. Anyway. Okay. What do I see about what? What do I see? Answer that question. What he saying? Have you... Black...
How you remote viewed Irma?
Yeah, oh, actually, yeah. But you know what's crazy about that? Because they're hyping it up. They're hyping it up. Now, I do see that the eye of Irma is as powerful as they say it is. But I do see there was some manipulation that was done under that seat. I see there was something to make it as powerful as it is, okay? What Spirit is showing me is that it was something they didn't plan on doing, and they stirred up the goddamn pot. That's what I see, okay? And when they stirred up whatever they did with their little machines under there, whatever they did, they stirred up the pot. But not only that, what happened is because they stirred up the pot with that one, and with Harvey, they actually caused Mother to bring the ones we see coming behind, okay? That's what I see. So it's like the ones that are coming behind are not done by her. The initial one was, and then they just caused like a domino effect. You know what I mean? And now Mother's saying, you know what? You done woke up this goddamn womb, and guess what? I'm gonna keep waking it up. Goddamn it! You want to cause a hurricane? We're about to bring 10 more hurricane behind it. That's what I see. Right, created the KT ripple effect. Right, that's what I see.
Sean Jackson says he's having dreams of the dead coming back to life. Something in the dream called dragon water used to bring them back to life.
Interesting. What you think about that?
Didn't you speak on that last week or something?
What did I speak on?
Something about dead coming back to life. I don't know. Maybe it was the talk that we had between each other. I don't know. But it's not the first time I heard that about dead.
That's the representation of the ancestors just coming back. See, that says to me that you're dreaming about the ancestors arising. That's why I said this is not all just man and heart. And see, I told you a long time ago, actually, I think it was August, I said, when Marcus Garvey said, I will see you in the whirlwind, Marcus Garvey didn't tell you he was bringing millions of ancestors with him. So to me, that would say that's a representation of you seeing the water, which we're in the age of water. Water represents emotions, and you're talking about the dead coming back to life. You're talking about the rising up of the ancestors. So that's what that says to me. And you said something with dragon water. Now, let me kind of see if I can see what that is. Dragon water, dragon water, dragon water. That's interesting. Dragon water. I don't know. I got to think about that one. Let me think about that one. Dragon water. I understand the ripple effect, but why cause any hurricanes on U.S. soil? Doesn't seem to make sense. Well, honestly speaking, U.S. soil needs to be clean. It's tainted. It's dirty. The pollution. The chemtrails. You know what? It needs to be cleansed. And the thing about it is they don't have control of what direction it goes. Now, they probably can, go under there and start it. But when it takes this direction, now you're talking about the natural forces of nature taking over. So if the natural forces have taken over, that's where they got messed up at, because now you don't know which direction it's going to take. Nature's unpredictable. So you want to start her, and you don't know how to shut her down. And that's what the problem is. So it's not that they caused it on U.S. soil, because remember, all of your hurricanes, as a matter of fact, start off from my island of Cabo Verde in Africa. So what happens is, if you notice, every year when the hurricane comes, they always say off of Cabo Verde. That's a bad island. I know, y'all. That's right. A badass island. Right off the Atlantic Ocean. We bring in the goddamn hurricanes, okay? Anyway, all I'm saying, they start off at the island, and then when they start, you understand, they're unpredictable. Nature's unpredictable. So when they did what they did, they didn't expect it to get as bad as it did, and they didn't expect for it to take a turn to come to the U.S. Let's not get it confused. This country got a lot of blood on its hands. Mm-hmm. A lot of chaos, a lot of destruction, a lot of, poison. You know what I mean?
If you're gonna cause a hurricane, why not cause one in North Korea or Russia? Use the weather for warning your enemies. They always doing shit to the U.S. citizens. This ain't the first time.
Well, honestly speaking, if they can get on their territory, because remember, those people got, Navy, I don't know what they call them over there, but they got people on their waters too, you know that. You know what I mean? And what we got to understand is that they can't get over there to do that. Now, I've heard, and I don't know how true it is, and people can say it all they want to. I don't know. I heard that these actual heart machines are supposed to be able to send, signals many places. I don't know how true it is, okay? But, honestly speaking, for them to cause a hurricane like Irma, I think they would have to be a little closer to that region or that country. Okay? It would be nice, but the point is, all of this is not HARP, like I said. Some of this is nature taking her course. And they didn't expect it to turn out like it is, and now they're scared. Let's get it right. They're scared, okay? I studied Tesla and HARP for years. Okay. Are you reading it so I could know what to say?
He said 9/11. I get 9/11 being an inside job, but not hurricane. Hurricane's not really.
You don't think so? You don't think hurricanes are inside jobs? Is that what you're saying?
You don't think that they're causing the hurricanes to hit the U.S.?
I think they mess it just like the earthquake and hurricane in Katrina. I don't, my thing is, again, I'm not going to say HARP is fully responsible for it. What I'm going to say is that HARP is the one who started it, and now nature is ending it. That's what I'm going to say. And what happened is when they did whatever they do, however they do it, and since you do know about it, tell me a little bit, how do they use machines? What exactly do they do? Tell me exactly what they do, because I'm telling you what Spirit showed me. When they did what they did, it just caused a ripple effect, and nature decided to take the hell over, and now this is the result we got, and now we got to deal with it. That's what nature showed me. That's what Spirit showed me.
I've been visiting the Caribbean since 2013. It's so sad. Are these are the ancestors? I guess that's what she's asking. Are the ancestors causing this?
Kissaboo, I'm going to say all of the elements we have are truly alive, okay? Yes, the ancestors have risen, and the ancestors are coming back through these catastrophes and through these storms, whether it's hurricanes, whether it's tornadoes, whether it's earthquakes, okay? They'll be in the mix of it. But also, we have to remember earth, air, water, fire, all are elements that is a part of us. And they're alive just as well as we're alive. People don't understand that. And we need to look at it like that. And we think because they don't speak like us or they don't roll like us, they're energy. And when these energies get sick and tired of being sick and tired, they're going to start fighting back. Okay? They're going to start fighting back. And I'm going to say this, within the energy of fire, air, earth, and water will rise the spirit of the ancestors. And the spirit of the ancestors will come. And the forces of the energy of the ancestors will make it 10 times more powerful. And I'm going to leave you with that.
KT say it's like starting a fire and then feeding it, but it gets out of control.
Exactly, KT. Exactly. Ancestors in a house operating through and nature true. And very true. And we have to, a lot of people want to say, oh, y'all spiritual people. Y'all, you don't know what you're talking about. And this and that. People, let me explain something to you. Don't get it confused. Do not get it confused at all. We know that physically you got to be prepared. But spiritually, when you have a connection with the elements, you have more power spiritually than you do physically. Now, some people want to call it spookism. Kiss my natural black ass. Because at the end of the day, I've seen it happen right before my eyes. I've seen it where I would call or pay homage. I pay homage to the spirit of water. I pay homage to the spirit of this earth. I pay homage to the spirit of fire. I use all of the elements to do rituals. So when you have respect for these elements are going to work for you. And if you don't believe me, try it. Get a connection with water. Every time I would step in the presence of water, even in the shower, I would always speak to the spirit of water. And the water would get louder. I went to the springs. They have a place called the Springs here. Every time I walk up in the springs, and it's like rocks. You walk up in there, and there's waterfalls. There's natural waterfalls. Every time I step up in there, you could hear the water rising, getting louder. I was downtown Atlanta. And it was crazy because people, they always want to doubt the spirituality and the connection to nature. I'm downtown Atlanta. They have a waterfall. And I went and stood on top of the waterfall. And I asked the water to rise. The water rise. I said, go down, and went down. And my daughter's friend was with me. She said, did your mother just do that? And my daughter hesitated. And she looked at her. She said, just like that. So the girl was, do it again. I said, okay, watch. I said, rise. The water rise. Did it again. But see, this is the connection that you have with nature. And see, this is the thing. You got to understand, when you have that powerful connection with the elements, yes, you can ask these elements to work for you. Go out there and talk to that water. Watch. Y'all try it. Might not work for some of y'all because some of y'all think it's goddamn spookism. But real talk, for those who are spiritual, you'll understand that energy can be controlled by you because you're interconnected with that energy. Interconnected with it. So when you ask the rain to stop, the rain is going to let up for you. You see what I'm saying? Now, with the hurricane. Now, many different tribes, they call it many different things. Everybody, I'm going to use the most common one, what everybody knows, spirit of Oya. Oya is in charge of tornadoes and wind. Okay? Go and you better give Oya offering or talk to Oya. And when you talk to her and let her know, I know who you are, here's your offering, she going to go right past your house.
Yeah, that's true. Even before I became spiritual, I didn't know Oya always was around me. And I'm from Houston. Every time we would have a hurricane, the houses around our house would always be damaged, but ours never would. No matter where I went, that always happened. So it's real powerful, yeah. So y'all better get it right. Oh, and what is that?
And see, and that's right, Black Moon and Yamiya. I'd say Mommy Water. Mommy Water is over the ocean, over the sea. You can call on Mommy Water too. Give her offering. Okay? You understand? You got Oshun, who's the goddess of the river. She's over the rivers. You could call and give her offering to Oshun, because a lot of us are around rivers and creeks. So get your butts out there and go give her offering to Oshun. Okay? That way, her river don't come flowing by your door. You see, people want to sleep on this, but y'all can sleep if you want to. Y'all can pretend like you don't know if you want to, because I've heard some people come on the videos and on Facebook saying, "Oh well, that's spookism," and y'all talking about hug a tree and this and that and this and that. Oh really? Well, I guarantee you what, don't do it. And see what happens to your ass, okay? Don't pay homage to that water and see what happens to your ass. Okay? Don't pay homage to Oya and see how that tornado pick up your whole goddamn house and throw it across the goddamn highway somewhere. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Y'all go ahead and keep playing.
Doofus said, well, what happened when I almost got struck by lightning twice as a kid? Struck by lightning as a kid.
The key word is what, Doofus? No, stop. I don't want to say that on camera. I don't like the way it sounds. Justin, okay? What? You said what happened? The key word is when you almost got struck by lightning. Shango spared your life. Amariaho spared your life. Okay? You almost, but you didn't. So what you mean what happened? What you mean what happened? Nothing happened.
Oh yeah, and Black Moon said, and Alchemist said, make sure you taste that honey first if you're gonna give
That's
Oshun
right.
an offering before you get your ass whooped.
That's right. Okay, Oshun, one of her offerings is honey. She also likes Oshun likes palm oil. What else does she like? I forgot. She likes palm oil.
Red powder, was it?
She likes camwood powder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She likes cola nut. Oshun likes cola nut. Okay. So you give her many offerings, but like they said, taste that honey, because the story goes that she was poisoned by honey, so that's why you have to taste it before you give it to her. The universe is intelligent. It is going to seek out the corrupt and destroy them, but not just by water and fire, etc. I agree. Black Boo, I agree with you. The universe is very intelligent, but man sleeps on this universe. But I do want to say this because we want to get on to the next subject. I do want to say this, people, just prepare. Now it's coming up through Florida, okay? Pretty much it's coming up through Florida, supposedly coming to Georgia. My thing is, because we know, being spiritual, being intertwined with nature, we know that we can't trust what they say. The weather, yeah, they somewhat, be on point with some of the stuff, but honestly speaking, don't sleep on the fact that, because the news said it ain't coming up your area. Act like it's coming up your area and get prepared, okay? Act like that. Act like it's coming up your area and get prepared. And what I see because we're in the Atlanta area, what I do see, I don't see any, because we are inland, but that don't mean that thing cannot take a turn and come inland. I do see that we're going to lose power. I do see that if we do get some flooding in Atlanta, it's not going to be as bad as Texas, but we're going to get some flooding. If you're around some creeks and you're around some rivers and stuff like that, expect to get some floods. Get you some rubber boots. Go to Walmart, get you some rubber boots, okay? Keep a lot of flashlights, keep a lot of candles, because I do see we're going to have loss of power, okay? And I see by the time it comes up Florida, I don't see that it's going to be as fast as they say it's going to be, okay? I'm seeing maybe 80, 90 miles an hour, maybe up to 100, but I'm not seeing like they said. I could be wrong. I don't profess to be 100% always correct with my spiritual eye, but I'm just seeing that it's going to slow down. But we are still going to get some residue of that wind, that water, and people mostly here in Georgia, what I see is we need to focus on electricity. I just see lights out. So get your cameras, your flashlights, your candles. Get a lot of canned goods, keeps you some water. You know what I mean? If you got some grills, you can cook on the grill.
Sheila Scarborough says, "You're right, Nikki. I hugged trees while in NC this past weekend, and they talk back."
I told you. Excuse me. I told you the trees talk back. They sure do. I have a hunch Irma is going to Black Boo. It is. Actually, I did that. I said it in last week's prediction. Or was it? I talked about this August predictions, and I talked about it in September. Okay? I think in August predictions, I named some places was going to go. If y'all go back and watch when I did August and September, okay? I think somebody did ask me last week about Georgia. I told you I seen Georgia, but not as bad as I seen Florida. I seen Puerto Rico. I seen the West Indies. Everything that they're showing, I seen spiritually, okay? So I did see that I did see it was coming up the East Coast. I even see New York, Pennsylvania. They gotta watch out because hurricanes is coming. They coming back to back to back. So you're right. All of that is coming through D.C. It's coming through the Carolinas. I kept seeing a lot of flooding in West Virginia. For some reason, in Virginia Beach, I kept seeing a lot of flooding. Okay, I seen all the Carolinas. I told y'all that hurricane. I told y'all on the August predictions. I seen it coming up the East Coast. Yeah. And I also want to mention this. Nepal got flooded. I think it was it Sierra Leone or either Senegal or one of the other countries over there got flooded. And somebody asked the question as to why we're not talking about that. It's not that we don't care, and those are not our brothers and sisters. Do not get it confused. But right now, everybody's all caught up in their own, situation here in the United States of America. So it's not that we don't care about our brothers and sisters Sierra Leone, okay? It's not that we don't care about them over there. Yeah, we care about them too. But I bet you they ain't thinking about us either because they worried about getting their stuff straight. We need to focus on where we're at. Okay, that's not to say that Nepal and Sierra Leone is not important. That's not our brothers and sisters. But right now, we talking about America. We here. You know what I mean? We got to worry about what we going to do in America. So, yeah, we just want to say that, there's flooding going on over there too. Also, there's a lot of fires that ain't nobody talking about going on in Seattle, going on in Washington State. They're having a lot of fires in California. So you see, all man, what y'all gotta understand, all the elements at work here. This is why I know it's not all hard. All the elements are at work here.
AO said there's no guarantee that it's coming up the East Coast.
Who said that?
AO.
All I'm gonna say, AO, is honestly speaking, I can only tell you what spirit shows me, and I see it's coming up the East Coast. I ain't going by what the weather. I'm telling you what spirit is showing me. It's coming up that East Coast. Now, you know, I don't go by man's word. I go by what spirit shows me, and it's coming up the East Coast. Now, it's okay to agree to disagree, but it's coming up the East Coast. You'll see. Mark my words.
Doofus says they're all showing up at once.
But Doofus, remember? No, Justin, remember a couple of weeks ago? I'm not calling you that. It just sounds so ridiculous. You remember, you was on here, you've been watching me for a while. Do you remember when I said that there was going to be at least 6 of them? Remember that? I said there was going to be at least 6, and it was coming. How many so far? Count it. How many so far? So we had Harvey, we got Irma, we got Jose. They talked about another one. That's 4. What was it?
It's 2 more after that. I forgot.
Yeah.
Andre know which one he was talking about. He sent them to us, huh?
I think so, yeah, because they was talking about more that was coming. What did he say? Yeah, to say Florida, South Carolina direct hit. I think they are wrong. I don't know about a direct hit. I don't know about a direct hit. You know what I mean? I don't know about that. I might agree with y'all on that a little bit. I don't know about a direct hit, but I do see some stuff going on. I do see some water hitting those areas. But as far as a direct hit like a Hurricane Andrew, I'm not seeing that either. Okay? And if so, I'm going to say certain parts of Florida. Like I told y'all when I did the predictions, I keep seeing, I don't know, the Florida Peninsula. I kept seeing that getting a direct hit, the Florida Peninsula. And that's what I seen when I was doing the actual predictions, okay? But I'm not seeing that the whole Florida is going to be a direct hit. I don't see that. So I agree with y'all on that. Okay, the other storm, Black Moon and Alchemist said the other storm in the Gulf is called Katia. Acacia. Okay, there it goes. Okay, see? So, I don't know what they said, but see?
I see it.
All right. Webbot predicted some time ago that the Chesapeake Bay would be destroyed by something. What is Webbot? I never heard of Webbot. I never heard about that. But isn't Chesapeake Bay in Virginia Beach? If I'm not mistaken. Because I do see Virginia Beach having some problems.
She says she in D.C. and she noticed the baby birds are acting confused. When a hurricane comes, those who haven't experienced, all the birds, animals, they're going to disappear. Y'all see? Y'all ain't going to see. When the animals get ghosts, y'all need to start getting y'all ass somewhere safe.
Okay. It's north of Virginia Beach. Okay. Any quakes? Any earthquakes? You know, I see an earthquake overseas. We're going to hear about it in about a week or two. There's going to be an earthquake in about a week or two overseas. I don't know if it's France, somewhere in the UK. There's going to be an earthquake in about 2 weeks. What about North Korea nukes? What about them?
They ain't gonna use their nukes.
I think that's a distraction. I think I think again, like I said before, they're playing games. We're talking about these two. Actually, they're both funny to me, y'all. And you know what's crazy? As much as people hate Trump, spiritually saying he's a joke to me. I actually like Trump. Y'all probably think I'm crazy, but I just think Trump is a puppet. he's like a child. That to me, they're like two little boys. And I was watching a documentary on Kim Jong Un, and and it's funny because I'm looking at him, I'm looking at Trump, and I'm laughing. I'm like, they're like little boys. I just want to slap them on their head and say, cut it out and go sit down. Stop playing with your toys now. Go play with your riches and your money. And you know what I mean? That's what I want to say, y'all. And people will say, well, you like, yeah, because I think Trump I think they're just both silly little boys. Really. I don't see it. I don't see them using no nukes. I think that's a distraction from what all this going on or whatever they're doing with the economics. There's a lot that's going on with that too, okay?
So do you see war with North Korea?
Do I see war with North Korea? We got to watch out. I'm going to tell you like this. I do see World War III coming over to this country. But I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's North Korea. I see China. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay.
Said Christian prophet predicted
war with North Korea. But so did my grandmother before she transitioned off this earth. She said it's going to be World War III. And she said, I won't be around this year, but it'll be North Korea. My grandmother said the same thing before she died. And the thing about it is, prior to her saying that in 2015 and 2011, I kept seeing World War III in this land, but I kept seeing China. And that was back in 2011 when I kept seeing China. I just kept seeing Chinese people all over the damn United States of America taking over. That's what I kept seeing. And really, honestly speaking, North Korea is right next to China, so there's no goddamn difference. Whatever. China and North Korea could come together, and you know what I mean?
It's not in China's best interest to let the U.S. attack
North Korea.
I don't give a damn what China say. They keep saying they gonna stay out of it. China fucking lie.
Yeah. All right. China said they own U.S. Yeah, they probably do. Wasn't U.S. indebted to China?
Yeah, baby Bush got $60 billion from China.
Chinese don't want U.S. troops in Korea. Well, you know what?
Yeah, because the U.S. is gonna put a base on that motherfucker and they'll be right there next to China.
Grant Michael, good question. Would it be a good idea to collect the stormwater energy? Yeah, but make sure you put like a bucket out there. Don't collect nothing that's on the ground. But you know what? That could be, yeah, it's a good idea. Good. The U.S. are putting THAAD nukes in Korea right now. I don't know if I necessarily believe everything they say. You know what I mean? I don't know if I necessarily... They be lying so goddamn much. You don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? They're saying they put... What? Where? And China... Come on. You think so? Come on. You think North Korea's going to let them get there to put nukes? I don't know about that one right there. I don't know about that. These Asian folks got some serious technology for your ass, okay? I don't know about that. But, I don't know. You might be right. All right, so.
And don't forget, North Korea is the ones who got their phones and washing machines blowing up in your fucking house.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all think it's a game. Everybody got Samsung shit.
Damn right. So y'all better, shoot. Y'all ever see, he said you've seen the video. Now, what's crazy about that, we can't trust nothing we see because just like they had that, what was that show, Wag the Dog with Dustin Hoffman? And they showed how they were staging wars and all that stuff. How do we know that's not staged? How do we know it's all propaganda? It's not staged. We don't know.
You know, it's funny you say that because sometimes I watch these things and the stuff on the news, and they'll be showing they'll show stuff about a war that's supposed to be taking place now, but all the footage looks like it's from the 80s. They, even the way they dress, even the way the newscasters dress and stuff, it look weird. So I think they be playing a lot of stuff back on TV, on live TV.
On live TV.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. All right, we gonna move it on. We got 15 minutes left. Did y'all hear about the tiger, the pretty beautiful tiger, roaming in Atlanta? First of all, I'm mad as hell. They killed the goddamn tiger, and I love me some cats. All kind of cats, y'all. But I have a question about that. How in the hell did the tiger get loose? Now, according to what TMZ said, what did they say?
They said it was the tiger was being transported, and then it was gonna be shipped to overseas to another circus in, I think, Russia or something like that.
So the tigers, was it how many tigers?
It was 6 altogether.
I heard 14, 6, whatever.
Yeah, 14. It was 14.
So
right.
there were 14 tigers being transported across sea. I mean, to be shipped to go overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Who in the hell in their right mind transports 14 tigers? Are you saying that the person that was transporting them knew the tigers? That they was friends with the tigers? You know what I mean? And one of the tigers escaped. That don't make logical sense. Think about it, y'all. It doesn't make logical sense. So a tiger's roaming down in South Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Henry County now, they said. Henry County. This tiger's just roaming around the neighborhood by her little self. You know what I mean? One gets out. You mean to tell me if one get out, come on, it don't make sense. I want more details, goddammit. I want more details. Now, shit. What?
Doofus is stupid.
What?
He said one of the tigers' names was Tony.
Shut up, Justin. All I'm saying is that what we have to understand, who's Mika?
Some cheeky man.
Oh. All right. All we have
Don't
to
be looking at me like that.
all I'm saying is at the end of the day, what we got to understand is that it don't make sense at all. Because if there was 14 and only one got loose, come on, think about it. If that one got out, don't you think the other ones would have followed? Think about it. Like I said, I need more details. I need more details about this, and I think that they are lying about it. I'm thinking because they said there's some type of, what is it down here? I'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead and talk to the people while I'm looking at this.
So anyway, this tiger gets loose, and they killed the tiger because the tiger got in somebody's backyard, and he attacked that little dog. And
Okay, so wait a minute now. According to what they're saying, they thought that the tiger might have come from a little it's like a little sanctuary, an animal sanctuary down there. Now they're saying that the animal sanctuary is saying that they can account for all their tigers, okay? I think they're lying. I really think they're lying. I don't think that they can account for all their tigers. I think they don't want to let them know. The dog is still alive. They're saying that the tiger jumped on the dog, so they shot the poor tiger to death.
one bite, that dog would have been out of there.
Right. The dog got scratches on it. The dog's still alive. I'm honestly seeing, now, let me go into it spiritually, that one of them tigers, or that got loose from that animal sanctuary, and they don't want to get in trouble. Okay? Not only that, they are not releasing the police officer's name, and I think it's because he shot the tiger. Now, you shoot this poor tiger dead. They didn't even wait for animal control to come and tranquilize the tiger. Okay? Right. A small dog at that. That tiger would have bit that dog one time and it would have been gone. I just don't sit right with my spirit. And I really believe that that animal sanctuary, actually, one of the tigers escaped. And they're trying to lie and say that they, that, oh, they can account for all the tigers. I really think one of the tigers escaped. Okay? They don't want to tell it because they're afraid that, it is going to be repercussions and consequences. You hear what I'm saying? So with saying that, I'm thinking that, it's on the animal sanctuary. I don't think it was no circus. Because think about it. 14 tigers, were they see, these are the questions. Were they in individual cages? Or were they all together? How were the tigers lined up in the truck? 14 different tigers. Was they in each one cage? Or what was it? Now, if they was in their own cages, then I could say maybe a possibility. But they're not giving enough detail. I want more detail. Because you can't tell me you were transporting 14 tigers and one of them got loose. Bullshit. And not only that, I'm angry because they killed the tiger. You know what I mean? I don't know. What's y'all thoughts on it? And you know what? Yeah, they said they took a head count, but I swear, Black Moon, everything in my spirit say they lying. Everything in my spirit say they lying. They knew what, and they was afraid. They was afraid what was going to happen because them tigers, you know what I mean? One of them got loose. Hey, Nikki, Nakia, how are you? The tiger, what does the tiger represent? Go Google it. Go find out for yourself. Tiger's part of the cat people. They better not stop playing. The tiger's a representation of the cat people in the cosmos. Y'all can say what you want to say. You'll think me crazy, but the cat people. The cat people. Making their landfall on this earth. They're letting you know they're coming their asses back.
It's finna die.
Alright, family. We got about 8 more minutes left. Okay? 8 more minutes left. And we got to get out of here. Both of our phones are dying. I can see y'all on the screen, though. Thundercats left out. Thundercats. I hope they get here soon. Some of these alien forces are already here. They're sitting around waiting. They said they was on their Houston. Oh, I didn't know they said they was on their way to Houston but took a break. Really? So they took a break in Atlanta?
Nah, it said somewhere else, I think. I don't know if it was Houston.
Yeah, they take a break from Atlanta? Come on now. You know, I mean, in Atlanta. Oh, you want... Okay, yeah. So maybe we need to do some decoding, y'all. Maybe we need to do some decoding here. If that's the case. So, 14 tigers escaped. They're on their way being transported. They rested in Atlanta. They're on their way to Houston. Come on now. Yeah, we need to do some decoding here, y'all. What is the alien agenda and when will they reveal themselves? Well, spiritually, what I see with the alien agenda, they're just sitting back and they've been given warnings. They met with the World Council, with the world leaders, and let me tell you something, they've been given warnings. And they're letting them know they better get it together. They better get it together in this earth. They're letting North Korea know. They're letting America know. See, that's why the distraction comes with the weather. That's why the distraction makes you think that there's going to be war, because there's a meeting going on behind closed doors. And what they're saying is, y'all got to get it together. Y'all got to get it together. And if you don't get it together, we coming and we revealing ourselves to you. We're going to let you know. And we're coming and we're going to be seen. Okay? Because it ain't right. Something not right, ancestors. You know what I mean? And that's something not right. So we're saying that they are watching. I see spiritually that they're watching. And like I told y'all last week, I see giants walking around. I see them. I see them.
Grant Michael said, do you think Yemiya and Oya working together with this storm? With the storms?
Yemiya, Oya, Shango, Mami Wata, they all working together.
Oh, they meeting with Trump. I guess you're talking about the aliens. She said, they meeting with Trump.
They're meeting where I seen a lot of religious world leaders meeting with these aliens. I did. Telling you. I seen a meeting with these aliens. All right. What is the story about the tigers? Where can I find it? Tara, go Google it. Tigers roaming in Atlanta. Google it in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, Justin, they've been meeting. It looks like it's been. I'm gonna tell you since Trump got in office. Yep. Let me see.
I had a dream of giant beings killing people and destroying.
They're gonna try to cause false flags. They're gonna try to live out their Bible. Their Bible. Whatever they got in the Bible, Revelations, their Armageddon, you know what I mean? I'm going to leave you all with this before we get out of here. Don't get caught up in the hype, as I always say. Do pay attention. Always prepare, okay? Are reptilians and Anunnaki the same? No, they're not. No, they're not. I don't know who told you that, but they're not. I'm going to say this. What we need to do is you make sure that you stay close to the elements. Do pay attention. Do tap in your spiritual eye. You know what I mean? Pay attention, but don't get caught up with the distractions of because people are panicking. People are really scared. And what's sad about it is that at the end of the day, you got people who are so scared they think the world is going to end. People are really damn scared. Don't be scared. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid, because a lot of this is something they want to live out. It's, to make you afraid, to make you think, that the Bible is really true and that this Armageddon is going to happen and, it's the end of the world. People are scared to death, okay? And it's sad to me. But don't get caught up in their reality. Stay in your little world. Do prepare, because you're part of that physical, chaotic world. But it doesn't have to affect you to the point where it's affecting many, where you're scared to death. You can't even walk. You're scared to do this. You're scared to do that. You know what I mean? You're scared you're going to die. You're scared that, this is going to happen. Aliens going to come and people going to start killing and shooting and war. Do not get caught up in that world right there. I'm telling y'all. The world won't end. What?
The world won't end, but a lot of these scumbags will end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean Jackson said, I've been seeing a lot since I turned into your channel, dreams, visions every night.
Oh, really?
You activating something in his DNA.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. I put the DNA reactivation on you, Sean Jackson. Yep. You see what she see? Do I see what who sees? Well, when you say the world is going to be reborn, honestly speaking, the real truth of the matter is this Armageddon is within your soul. Armageddon is within. Now, if you choose to be a part of that world, then expect to go down with their Armageddon, okay? Expect to go down with their Armageddon. If you walk in a righteous path and you don't get caught up in the stuff that's going on out there and just stay in your little world, you'll be all right. Some of us already have been reborn. You understand? Because what we did is we removed ourselves away from that world and we came into our own little world, okay? And some people, this is beyond your comprehension. You can't understand. Some of us are vibrating on frequencies higher than high. You see what I'm saying? So with saying that, what you have to understand is that, you can be a part of their world or you can be not a part of their world. I don't have to watch nothing on the news. Nothing at all. And just by being intertwined with nature, nature's going to make you aware. Your instincts are going to wake up. Go outside. You know what I mean? You'll see. Watch how the animals roll. They disappear. Your ass better disappear. You know what I mean? Like Brother Dinkler said earlier. So with saying that, you don't have to be a part of the world. Let them deal with that chaos.
Xavier Friend says, I'm in South Florida. Should I stay or go? We have prep. Shutters are up.
South Florida, to be on the safe side, I'm not saying that the eye is going to hit directly, but I do see there's going to be a lot of water coming through South Florida. And I do see a lot of power outages, so you might want to go to a hotel. Okay? You might want to go to a hotel.
Black Moon and Alchemist said, don't forget the lady in the water at the Lake Lanier, the spirit.
Oh, that's right.
Remember you was on the lake, you saw her?
Yeah,
We went to Lake
when we
Lanier?
went to Lake Lanier, actually, Black Moon, when we was filming the TV show there, if y'all remember, at the end of the TV show when I was telling everybody don't go in that lake, I actually seen that lady of the lake. I seen her. Actually, we seen a lot of spirits on that lake.
Mm-hmm. And when we started chanting, it started rocking the boat.
Yep.
If you go back and look at the TV show.
If you go back, I can't post it. I don't have it here. Oh, my phone died. I can't even show them. Let me see my phone real quick.
It's dead.
Is that yeah, my phone died, but I was gonna put the link to the TV show in here, y'all, if y'all wanted to see the TV show Spirits of Atlanta. But I'll put it in the link when we do a show. We do tomorrow night. We'll be back on. But I'll put the link to the TV show in here, and y'all can check it out. It was, Spirits of Atlanta was on WeTV.com. Okay, but I'll put the link. But Black Moon and yeah, I seen that actual spirit that they were talking about, and I seen a lot of spirits on Lake Lanier when we were filming. So another dude died at Lake Lanier.
Shit, hundreds of people died at Lake Lanier. That lake is cursed.
They had over 250 deaths in Lake Lanier. And when we were out there filming, and we was actually doing the work, and we was calling on them spirits to rise up. See, first of all, Lake Lanier was built on old slave graves. Then they built it over Old City. They never dug them bodies up. And that's why you have as many deaths as you do on Lake Lanier. And people don't understand it. Do the research on it. Yeah, Usher's stepson died in Lake Lanier. But they had over 250 deaths. Okay?
Somebody said it's blood magic and no. Nah, blood magic ain't a no. As long as you ain't sacrificing the wrong things.
Yeah, my thing is blood magic is not a no. I love doing blood magic. Especially women with period blood, and not the kind from hoodoo and voodoo. I'm talking about
not putting this shit in somebody's
not putting
food.
it in nobody's food. I'm talking about the African way, where you use your blood to do high rituals, okay? I'm talking about what earth rituals. There's certain rituals we use that our period blood for that is done outside in your shrines, okay? And very powerful rituals. Some of the most powerful rituals you'll come across. But blood rituals, we do chicken sacrifices if we have to. We do goat sacrifices if we have to. If spirit calls for these things, okay? But it's only if spirit calls. And a lot of times if we do, most of the time it's for health, okay? But anyway, family, we're over time. It's time to go. We'll be back on tomorrow's Friday night. Catch us here Friday night. Do you have a video about that? Thank you so much. A video about the sacrifices. I think I do have a video where I'm actually doing some cleanses. With some chickens, okay? I'm doing a ritual. I think I do. I gotta find it and I'll post it. We'll be on tomorrow night, y'all. We'll be on tomorrow about the same time, and I'll see if I can find it and I'll post it in here. But a lot of stuff like that, Spirit won't let you film. As a matter of fact, when we were filming real TV, okay, I was telling somebody that today. Mm-hmm. We was filming real TV when we was doing the show Spirits of Atlanta for WeTV. Let me tell y'all. They had to change my mic 3 times. My batteries kept getting drained because I was really calling on certain spirits and gods. And when I was doing a house, we were doing an actual house, and I was doing some rituals in a house, they was getting interruption from the spirits that I was calling. And what happened is they had to turn off the cameras because it wasn't letting them film. This happens sometime. So a lot of times I don't film my ceremonies or my rituals because Spirit won't let us film. They'll shut down the cameras.
It's funny you mentioned that because we did a podcast, and they did a podcast and they interviewed us. And when she started talking about her spirits, the interviewer lost all his footage, and all he had was me talking, and and he didn't believe us when when she said sometimes my spirits will not stop you from filming, and the guy was like, "Yeah, this is some bullshit." He was looking at the other guy like he didn't believe it, and sure enough, he didn't have no footage.
And he called me and he said, "Nikki, you was right." He said, "We can't get your vision on the camera." I said, "I told you." And sometimes the spirits to do that. You know what I mean? And it happened when we were filming real footage, like for real producers and everything. When we were filming for WeTV Network. Let me tell you something. That stuff is real. So a lot of times I don't try to film my rituals and stuff like that because spirit won't let you. But on that note, family, it been nice. Time to go to bed. 11 o'clock. Time to go to bed. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Y'all got anything y'all want us to talk about tomorrow night?
If y'all do, put it in the chat after we end.
Sean Jackson said, "Al, every time you said water, my video stopped tonight." Okay. Tara, on my radio show, I did radio for 10 years. Is one of the things I would always start my show with. Justin and Sheila, will y'all tell her what I always started my show out with? We don't never want to hope. We always want to know, because hope puts negative energy into what you're saying. So you always want to know. So you should say, "Night, no, I will catch y'all tomorrow." I don't ever say, "Hope you're well." I would say, "No, you're well," because what I'm doing is putting positive energy into your path, okay? So I'm very big on spell words. Maybe we'll talk about that in another video, but I'm very big on spell words. You understand? The breath, the energy, the inyama is very powerful. If you say it, it shall happen, okay? So my thing is, you always want to know. You don't want to hope, because when you hope, you're basically, putting that negative vibe on the end of it. Well, I hope everything's okay. No, I know everything's okay. Now I put it out into the universe. I said it with my breath, and now it shall be okay if it wasn't. Got me? Love y'all, family. We'll see y'all on tomorrow night, okay? Sherry Wilkins said aliens. We should talk about aliens. I think I talked about aliens last week a little bit. Maybe we'll get more into more aliens, because somebody asked me about the Greys and everybody else.
Am I in an apartment, though?
I'm in an apartment, though.
Apartment. Oh, he talking about for the hurricane.
That don't mean nothing. You should. That water, from what I heard, the water was 50 feet, according to what they said now. Water, the waves were 50 feet high.
I remember when I lived in Houston as a kid, I seen whole apartment buildings tore off, the roofs tore off, half of them knocked down, half the buildings knocked down. So I mean, if you understand the apartment, that's all on you.
I mean, just kind of use your instincts, y'all. That's what we got our instincts for. Use your instincts, okay? So we're going to leave y'all with that. We're going to get out of here, family. It's time to go. Whatever happened to the guy that couldn't stop masturbating? Oh, from the TV show?
He went blind.
We can't tell that. Under 12-page contract. I mean, this is real. I can't tell what happened to him. We can't tell that, but y'all will see. Okay? On that note, family, love y'all. Gotta go. Time to go to bed. Y'all get some rest. Make sure you got your survival kits ready, your water, your flashlights, because I see more power outages than anything. But make sure you got a lot of candles, water, canned goods, and everything else, because you're going to be able to cook. So make sure y'all got that. Make sure you got cash in your pocket, too. On that note, family, we'll see everybody tomorrow night. I'm Woonam, a.k.a. Nikki Love.
Brother Dinkra.
And we love y'all. Peace and blessings, family.